Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to dive into a concept that's become super popular, and honestly, for a really good reason: mindfulness. We're going to break down what it is, exactly how it works, and a few really simple ways you can start practicing it like right now. So let me just start with a quick question for you. Does your mind ever feel like it's just always on? Like a web browser with 100 tabs open at once? A constant stream of thoughts, worries, to-do lists. It just never seems to stop. If you're nodding along right now, trust me, you are not alone.
You see, a lot of that mental chatter happens because our minds get stuck in this constant tug-of-war. We're either pulled back into the past, getting tangled up in regrets and all those what-ifs, or we're rocketed into the future, totally consumed by anxiety about what might happen. The one place we almost never are is right here, in the present.
And that brings us to a really important distinction, right? Is your mind constantly full of all this stuff, or could it be mindful? Let's dig into what that actually means. Because here's the good news, the really good news. There is a powerful and honestly pretty simple way to stop this mental tug-of-war. There's a way to find an anchor right here in the present moment. And that anchor, well, that's mindfulness.
So, what is mindfulness, really? It's a word we hear all the time, but the actual definition is incredibly specific, and I think you'll find really powerful. Okay, so at its core, mindfulness is basically just paying attention to what's happening right now. But, and this is the game-changing part, you do it without judgment. It's about noticing your thoughts, your feelings, those sensations in your body, and just letting them be. No need to label them good or bad. And look, this isn't some new fad. It's rooted in the ancient Buddhist concept of sati. But what's so fascinating is how this ancient idea has been completely embraced by modern science. Today, it's a legit tool used in psychology, neuroscience, medicine, even in the business world.
So, how does this all work in practice? Well, it really just boils down to three core ideas. They're simple to understand, but when you put them all together, that's where the magic happens.
First up, focus on the here and now. Simple as that. Pay attention to your breath, the sounds you hear, the feeling of your feet on the floor. Second, and this one is a biggie, practice non-judgment. So instead of thinking, I'm so anxious, this is bad, you just notice, there's that feeling of anxiety again. You're just an observer. And third, you embrace acceptance. You welcome whatever's going on in the moment without trying to wrestle it into submission.
Now, this slide is maybe the single most important thing to understand about mindfulness. The goal is not to have an empty mind. It's not to stop thinking. That's literally impossible. The real goal is so much easier. It's just to notice that you are thinking. The moment your mind wanders off and you realize it, boom, you're doing it. That act of noticing is the practice.
All right, enough theory, let's get practical. Here are three super simple, super effective ways you can start practicing mindfulness today.
The first, and kind of the classic, is breathing meditation. It's so straightforward. Find a quiet spot, get comfortable, and just bring your focus to the physical feeling of your breath going in and out. Now here's the key. Your mind will wander. It's what minds do. The trick isn't to get frustrated. It's just to gently, without any judgment, guide your attention back to your breath, over and over again. Seriously, even 5 minutes of this is a game changer.
Next up, we've got the body scan. This is fantastic for getting out of your head and back into your body. You just lie down and slowly move your attention through your body, piece by piece, starting at your toes and working all the way up. You're not trying to change anything, just notice. Oh, my shoulder feels a little tight. My feet feel warm. It's incredibly powerful for releasing stress, and it's amazing to do right before you go to sleep. And finally, mindful walking. I love this one because you can do it anywhere, anytime. The next time you're walking to the car, to the store, wherever, just try putting your phone away. And instead, put your attention on the feeling of your feet hitting the pavement. Notice the air on your skin. Listen to the sounds around you. It turns a totally routine activity into a real moment of presence.
So at this point, you might be thinking, okay, this all sounds really nice, but does it actually do anything? Well, the scientific community has looked into this, and the answer is a huge, resounding yes. Let's talk about the science of stillness.
Yeah, the benefits here go way beyond just feeling a little zen. Researchers have found real measurable physiological changes that happen in both our bodies and our brains when we practice mindfulness. It's not just in your head. And check out this list. The benefits are pretty wild. Studies have shown that a regular mindfulness practice can actually lower cortisol, that's your main stress hormone. It can ease symptoms of anxiety and depression and literally improve your ability to focus. It even strengthens the part of your brain that's in charge of emotional control and can help boost your immune system. It's incredible stuff. So hopefully by now you're feeling a little inspired to give this a shot. And here's the best part. Getting started could not be easier. Let's talk about how you can have your very first mindful moment.
Seriously, look at that. 5 minutes. You don't need a special pillow. You don't need to go on a silent retreat. You don't even need an hour. All it takes to begin changing your relationship with your mind is 5 minutes. That's it.
And just a couple of final tips to help you get rolling. First, consistency beats duration every single time. Doing 5 minutes every day is way more powerful than doing a 1-hour session once a week. And second, use the tools. There are amazing apps out there with guided meditations that can walk you through it step by step. They make it so much easier to build the habit. Think about it. We spend so much of our lives rehearsing the future, reliving the past, anywhere but where we actually are. Mindfulness is just a simple, gentle invitation to come home to the present moment. So I'll just leave you with this to think about. What will you discover when you finally decide to show up?